guys, I just wanted to say sorry for the lack of uploads, but I got two battles coming up today, and this first one is against a guy named Caphe something, Caphe, C-A-P-H-E, however you want to pronounce it, but that's what it is. So I'm gonna get into the battle now. Here we go. So I lead off with my Smeargle, and he leads off with Hippowdon. So that immediately tells me that this is his Sandstorm team. He goes out to a Celebi, and I Spore. He predicted the Spore for the natural cure. And right now I should have predicted the switch and gone for another Spore. But I just went up for the Stealth Rock, and that is going to screw me over because my Sash is gone now because of the Sandstorm. And right there I predicted him to set up his own rocks or for him to go for a sub, so I taunted, and that was a good move on my part. But he goes back out to a Celebi, and I go for a Spore again, and he predicts that nicely again. I predict the switch that time and go for the Spore, but he doesn't switch out. And I'm figuring now that he's just going to stay in and try to stall out the sleep, and it's a perfect time to start setting up my spikes. So, yeah, I thought he was going to switch there again, so I went for the Spore. But if I had just gone for the spikes originally and kept going for the spikes the whole time, I think I could have got all 3 layers up. Well, I definitely would have gotten all 3 layers up. I think I only got 2 up. But now that I lived that hidden power, I can get my 3rd layer up. So he sets up a Reflect, and I guess it's cool. So I go for the taunt here, just in case he wants to try anything on a guy that I'm sending in, like Leech Seed or something. So down goes Leonardo. He did its job. He set up everything perfectly. So go out to Lucifer for the Fire Blast. I don't want to overpredict so early, so I think I just go for the hidden power. I guess I figured he would switch, but I didn't know to what, and I wanted to kind of scout out. So yeah, I know that Earthquake is coming, so I go out to Celebi to take that like a champ. Not very effective. And he goes back out to a Gliscor, and I'm thinking, that's cool. I'm just going to Leech Seed him because I know Gliscor's X-Scissor can't even do that much to me. Just because of the sheer fact that I'm all defensive and all HP. So, and with a Leech Seed up, I should be fine with anything. And he doesn't go for the X-Scissor, he goes for the U-turn, and I was surprised at how much damage that did, and then I was like, oh, he got a crit. That's fine, I guess. And then he goes out to his Scizor, and I go for the Psychic, and I get a crit, which doesn't really matter because it didn't help me at all. I'm going to go for the Recover here, just to see what kind of Scizor this is. And he goes for the Superpower here, and he probably should have gone for another move, not Superpower, because that's going to lower his attack. And yeah, it's not very effective too. So he goes back out to Gliscor, and I know he's going to U-turn again, so I just recover up, and I know that U-turn is not going to KO, because he got a crit last time, so I'm just going to stay in here and I think go for the Psychic straight away. Yes, I do go for the Psychic. He taunted, probably predicting a Leech Seed, but I'm just going for the Psychics. And while I was battling him, I was wondering why Psychic wasn't doing like any damage, and then I remembered that special defense raise from the Sandstorm. So I go out to Lucifer predicting the U-turn, and he goes for the Earthquake, which is a really good prediction on his part. So, yeah, I go back out to Celebi as he taunts me again. I'm gonna go... No, I go for the Leech Seed. I should have just gone for the Psychic, because I think 2 Psychics would have killed him. So, he U-turns, and that's not gonna do that much. And he's going out to his own Celebi, which is gonna get pwned by the entry hazards, and it lives with like 2 health, and I can KO it with a Psychic. Alright. So, narrating these fast battles is very hard. I had to speed this up a lot because it was very long. He goes out to his Empoleon, and I know it's going to use some special moves, so I go out to my Blissey. I was thinking Ice Beam, but he goes for the Agility, which is fine by me because I'm just going to T-Wave him. but he goes for a sub, and I can't T-Wave a substitute. So that sucks for me. I know he can't really do anything to me, so I'm just gonna keep going for the seismic tosses to break his subs and kill him, because Surf does nothing. So, yeah. Down goes that sub, and I don't really like Sandstorm, just gonna point that out, because I hate it on my Blissey when I don't have the power to gain my leftovers, because lefties on Blissey is just not even fair for anyone else. So yeah, he subs and gets his Pitaya Berry, and even after the Pitaya Berry, that Surf is gonna do nothing. And then I was seeing how much it was actually doing, and fuck me, he got another crit. So my biggest loser goes down, and I'm just gonna bring in Maylene and Vacuum Wave for the kill. So yeah, that crit was kind of bullshit right there. He goes out to Sand Mummy, and I'm gonna go for the Aura Sphere, I think. Yeah, I go for the Aura Sphere, because I know these things are physically defensive, I think. I don't really know, I don't base many Hippowdons. They're probably specially defensive, but I get a crit this time, and I'm not sure if that mattered because of Life Orb damage, but it probably did because of the Sandstorm. He just brings in a Caesar, dies to entry hazards, and now he brings out his Dracula, doesn't die to entry hazards, and I'm just gonna kill it with Vacuum Wave. And goes out to his Tyranitar, and that doesn't quite die to entry hazards, but he flees knowing that the Vacuum Wave would kill him. So that was a good game. Caphe, anyways, GG, and Sandstorm teams have nothing on me.